workshop with the local Wilton community to talk to them about the future of the North Wilton area that we are working on. It's a 25-year project that Landcom is really in the early stages of planning for. It's a real privilege to come here for the first time to actually meet face-to-face and introduce us as a business, but also for us to meet them and hear about what their hopes and aspirations are for a new community in the 21st century.
It was my wife's idea. We got the letter in the mail and she said, we're going to that. We want to be here for 20 years. We want to have kids here. We want them to grow up here. We want them to go to school here. And so it's actually going to make a big difference to us, the future of Wilton. We're Sydney, we're growing. People need to live somewhere. And I don't mind seeing it happen. I just want to see it get done right.
So the North Wilton project is 5,600 dwellings. We've committed to 10% affordable housing and to 6-star Green Star accreditation, which is world leading. We've also adopted a carbon neutral outcome and to 20% diverse housing. There's lots of things that are happening. It's an area that I do know quite well, having grown up out here, and it's great to be able to be part of that shaping of the new community.
I think it's great that Landcom has created this event. I love that they are going to respect the environment. The master plan shows that there will be a beautiful lake, which stands out a lot to me. I'm really looking forward to taking my dog down there and sitting down at the cafe and having my morning cup of coffee and looking at the beautiful greenery and the trees and the Nepean River, which is fantastic.
A big part for me is not only just open space, but also having facilities that bring community together for that as well. So talking about having things that actually draw people to it, to actually make them as a family do something outside of their family home. And if you're to do smaller lots, which quite obviously they're going to have to do that, as every developer does now, streetscape's the big part, I think, for North Wilton.
I'd like the lake to be reduced in size and increase the amount of pathways that interconnect. That gives community social interaction at that point. I really want to see some low embodied energy building materials. We've got a climate crisis on our hands, and you're saving carbon dioxide emissions right up front. You certainly want an efficient electric home, which is admirable. I really like the Landcom going down that path. I hope that in the future this could be seen as a world-class development, and I think Landcom are on the right path.
There was so many great ideas that came out of today, and in particular one that stuck with me was this idea of intergenerational equity and the idea of building community that not only works for the generation now, but also for the generations to come.
The vital things are we need to make the estate drought resilient with water security and the design of environmentally responsible delivery of waste, because we sit at the headwaters of the Upper Nepean River. It's very important to preserve the pristine element of that, and it's also very important, given the nature of the wildlife around here and the koalas, that we preserve as much of that as we can. Also, we think that there's an opportunity to create a village and a community in a way it hasn't happened before. But actually doing it in a way the community is a welcoming place, not just for the residents, for people coming here to visit it. And it's got attractions, it's got job capacity, it's got design ability, so very attractive features, integrated with the wildlife and everything in a way that hasn't been done before. So I reckon if you want 6 stars, then you're going to have to work for it, and we're going to help you do it.
Some really, really great ideas. One was about creating culture, in that you have to foster social interaction in communities by creating a social calendar for the people to engage.
We've also got a couple of people from Landcom here today that are so enthralled and so encouraged to be doing this. So we catch that off them, that culture of that enthusiasm here today about that creation. You can't just turn up and say we want it. It actually has to take leaders within that system to do it.
A 25-year project, so visioning at the very beginning is such a great opportunity to work with the local community and get their feedback before we can finalise that vision and deliver the best development outcomes we possibly can for the people of New South Wales.